Welcome back to Pittsburgh Fashion Week 2020. I'm Gina Vensel with Easy Street Promotions, and I'm here with John Valentine from the downtown CDC. So we're halfway through the week. There's been some amazing films and dance performances and workshops. What do you have for us tonight, John?
Well, first of all, if anyone wants to know why we're in the same clothes, I got to tell you, the people here at CMI will not let us leave. We've been
here for days and days.
Days, and they said even when it's over, they might not let us leave. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you've seen that we're safely social distancing, of course. You know, during the pandemic, we've been, trying to be as safe as possible for Pittsburgh Fashion Week, and we're here at the Center for Media Innovation in downtown Pittsburgh at Point Park University, and we have them as an amazing partner for this year. So it's been great to be here safely with John, but yes, we're here filming day in and day out. So John, we're halfway through the week. Can you tell us what you have in store for us tonight?
Sure. Well, in the afternoon we have Jim Houk.
Okay.
Who's a really great designer. His clothes were in Barney's, Walmart. They're in Korea. He's got so many name stores.
Well, he does fashion shows too. I feel like a bowling alley fashion show. Is that correct?
He did a bowling alley fashion show for last Halloween. And he's planning something for Halloween. And
that's so cool.
I don't know if he's planning it this year because of the pandemic.
Right.
He partners with Diane Withrow. If you know Diane, she's awesome. And Diane's a model, and her and Jim put on this great fashion show. And he's in the afternoon.
Okay.
Jim is just an amazing guy. I mean, talk about someone who lives life to the fullest. He's a kickboxer. He's a surfer. Depending upon what mood I'm in, I either call him Surfer Boy, but he's so talented, and he's a tremendous artist. He paints murals. I mean, the guy's amazing. So we filmed this in his, not his, but in a boxing studio. And he did some sparring with the host and showed some of his wares, and it's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So in the evening, we have Shantae Thomas, which is another artist alley that you did. Mm-hmm. And Shantae is a Pittsburgher who is in Los Angeles. She is an actress, a model, and a musician, and a singer. And she's got a voice that you could not believe. So she's out there and she's getting some work, and I think she's going to be a name you want to remember in the future, Shantae Thomas.
And she was a delight. She's a really great personality and just a lot of energy. And, with that passion, I just hope it finds her a lot of success. I mean, you can tell she has the talent.
She has the talent. She has the determination. She's going to make it. She's good. She's enjoying it now. So, yeah. We have from New York City, the Paul Dell Band. And that, Paul Dell is not a household name in Pittsburgh. But boy, I'll tell you what, you go to Manhattan and he plays, go to New York, go to Westchester County, go to Rockland County, and he packs the house. So, his band rocks, and we're happy that he submitted a music presentation, and we loved it. It was so great. So we think we're going to have a good lineup tonight.
So if you're watching from home, you can watch it from your home computer, you can be on your tablet, you can sync it with your television so you can watch it up on your big screen. These events are all aired online at PGHFW20.
Hey everyone, I'm Natalie Sugars, bringing to you an Artist Alley with designer James Houk. It's time to kick things off.
Okay, ready? So. Good,
Hey everyone, Natalie Sugars here with Artist Alley, and right now I'm going to sit down and talk to a remarkable Pittsburgh fashion designer that is way beyond the burg. He has designed for several celebrities like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Nicki Minaj, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Houk.
Hi, Nat.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm fantastic. And right now we're in a little bit of a different setting than your normal designer interview. I want to dive into that because it's all a part of your history as a designer, and it's a history that I find to be very fascinating and unique. And it's one that I know, and now it's time that they know. So let's dive in. Tell me about it. What brings us to a kickboxing and boxing ring?
This is where I have a lot of fun here. I used to be a professional fighter, and this is my buddy Anthony Colonna's gym, Pittsburgh Punch, and I feel really comfortable here. I thought maybe you would too, since you're a burgeoning fighter.
I am. Well, James is teaching me, let's just be honest. So I'm slowly learning, and I'm fascinated by it, but I'm more fascinated by this guy right here. So you're a fighter, a boxer, you have a sporty background, and before you even remotely started thinking about fashion as an option, as a career path, you did something else in the world of sports that's very cool to Pittsburgh. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I was a practice catcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that led to me being an assistant conditioning coach with the Pirates too. And it's funny, I was talking with Emily earlier about how you always think you have your ultimate dream job, and then another dream job seems to come along at some point. I always wanted to work in professional sports, and I got to do that, and then I left that to do this. So,
tell me about how you got into fashion. I mean, you had this sports background, and you were a trainer and a coach. Fashion? How did that play a part?
I have no idea. I always liked to draw and paint ever since I was younger, and I happened to meet somebody in fashion who saw some of my paintings, and the person said to me, would you be able to translate what you do with your paintings into clothing? And I said, I don't know, I have no idea. So I gave it a try, and it did really well. And then I decided to go out on my own, and yeah. This dress was designed for a charity fashion show, a charity event that Diane and I both co-chair. Its inspiration was 1940s movie glamour, kind of Veronica Lake, and that's where I got the inspiration from. And this is Danica fighting in the bandage dress today. This was also designed for one of our charity fashion shows. That's where I do more of the couture type stuff like this. It's just a bandage dress. We sourced this material for this top part here from Korea. It's really, really beautiful. I've used that in a few different dresses. Danica, go, okay.
What I want to know next is, so you start American Eagle, you start designing for major fashion labels. I mean, Barney's New York and Forever 21, J. Crew. I mean, walk me through all of that and, what sort of came next and how you got there a little bit as an overview, because it ended up then you had your clothing in the gift bags for the Grammys and the Academy Awards.
I like to call Barney's New York my keystone account. I wanted to have a really great account and then build all the other accounts around that. And so that was really the first big place I went on my own. And I sold them the first time I went there. And yeah, and then it's continued on. If you're lucky enough to sell to Barney's New York, other stores want your stuff. So that was a good pathway, yes.
It helped. It was an in. Yeah. It's like anything else,
right,
in the world of entertainment. Yeah. God, I know that. Once you get in, you can, use it as a stepping stone.
Exactly,
and so Fred Siegel, then, was that kind of how you began your Hollywood connection?
Yes. In California, Fred Siegel, a lot of movie stars shop there, and a lot of the design people in films buy kind of prop clothing there, and yeah, so my stuff's been in a lot of movies. So.
Oh my gosh! And is that kind of how the Grammys and the Academy Awards came in to the picture?
Yep.
No pun intended.
Yep.
That is fascinating to me. Like I said, the man is fascinating. So something else though that you've been doing during the pandemic, 2020. Is very rewarding, I know, to you. And that is largely in part because it connects to your past, and that is you served our country.
Yeah, like everyone else, my world's kind of scaled down a little bit since the pandemic, but I've been really lucky enough to stay busy I've been designing for the U.S. Army, and I was in the Army. And yeah, so that's been a really nice feeling to get to go back to that again, revisit.
Well, I again, that is just the coolest thing. I mean, talk about full scope and how things can come full circle, and it's so rewarding, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to get to utilize your talents in order to give back. And, you know, from talking to you a little bit, I got to know clearly, you know, you are such a diversely talented man, and something else that you're doing and that you have your eye on for the future sort of entails a little bit of that, a lot of your heart and a lot of your passions merging and coming together. Tell us about your future adventures.
I'd really like to, I really like to restore homes, and I'd like to eventually have, I'm working on one now, I'd like to eventually have a few homes that I could help single mothers to live in, hopefully for free.
Again, he is absolutely one of the coolest guys you will ever meet. Talented, a huge heart.
Good looking.
Well, this is very true. Good looking, and not only that, I get to benefit from being his buddy. Not only am I getting to learn how to box, but I get to rock really cool rock and roll gear like I've got on right now. This is a James Houk right here. This is amazing.
David Bowie.
Yeah, exactly. Rock on. Well, everyone, I cannot wait for everyone to get to know James the way that I do and to show off some of your skills right here in the ring. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's hit it.
surprise. Smoke to the skies and let it rain. Now they wanna hide under my umbrella, LA. My pen and pencil blazing on sentimental ways, and check my big will crawl until it's paint that my pen will spray. I'm an abstract fat cat, Picasso with a backpack, bravado when I rap past these lab rats. Weapon wise, I'm most like a nerve gas. Read me sketch a verse and get the girl with his nerdy eye. Caught her red-handed eating my hot Cheetos. Kicked her out and took back all my chips like a casino. But my lines are like drinking purple, drinking turpentine. Sit the venom of serpent and antidote at the perfect time. Unlock my verbiage available to the worthy minds. In other words, not to be confined to a little shirt design.
You ain't invited to my cookout. If you're feeling slighted, then what you about? You ain't invited to my cookout, where beeswax is minded in tears. Just don't take it personal. It's just how I feel, yeah. Just don't take it personal. It's just how I feel. outside. Take it easy, we can go all night. It's just even more belief wasn't right. Working late, no overtime. What a shame, I've been patient waiting on you to arrive. It's a game, baby, I'm your prize. If you win, come here, won't you reach? Honey, working all out on me. Come with this honey, working all out on me. Come with this honey, working all out on me. Come with this honey, working all out on me. All right. We have Denzel Chisma Oliver on bass, Remy Vega on keys, Alan Bell on drums, and I am Sierra Sellers. Love, peace, and hair grease. Come get this, honey, working all out on me. Come get this, honey, working all out on me. Come get this, honey, working all out on me. Come get this, honey, working all out on
So we see Rhonda as kind of like this demigoddess of self-expression and good times.
She who explores herself and dazzles others.
Rhonda is freedom. Rhonda is expression.
The point of Rhonda is to celebrate yourself and others who aren't like you.
Rhonda is a very Angelino kind of creative entity. We're part of the fabric of this city, and the city was kind of defining who we are.
The fact that people come to us being like, okay, if you go to LA, you got to go to this spot. That's what I think is really important for our relation to LA. Family is people that care for you and that support you and that you can be yourself around.
Giving people a home from a lot of different backgrounds and giving a home to people who kind of were outcast from societies.
Family is what you make it. Family is people who communicate well, people who will judge you when you need to be judged. Rhonda has been like something that I've like been a part of for different eras of my life. So it's like a continued experience of family, which is beautiful to me.
Rhonda has been like literally my stepping stone into me becoming a woman. I was going to Rhonda when I was in past life serving a whole nother judge. So it's like Rhonda has been every step of the way of my transition and my transformation. So that's why I say it's all transformation within transformation. Family for me is everything, and family for me is over everything. Rhonda is family.
Fashion is how you express yourself. So, you know, it's a costume.
Fashion is transformation. It's like your fun playground. And I get to be all these different people. Rules, judgment, control. I've been down for rules.
Miss Honey, Miss Honey, don't you hear me calling you Miss Honey? I know you hear me calling you Miss Honey. The bitch knew that I'd be back. She knew that I was not gonna love Miss Honey. Miss Honey, I told the bitch that she should stay. I warned the bitch she should not stray. Miss Honey, Miss Honey. Now I'm back and she is gone. Yes, I'm back and wanna talk. Miss Honey, Miss Honey, Miss Honey, Miss Honey, Miss Bear's the bitch. She's got some nerve.
I love Rhonda because it's a place where everyone can feel safe and also feel like they are on top of the world.
I'm not one of these people who are like, I have this vision. This is who it's gonna be. I'm gonna be this person tonight. Sometimes it's that, but most times it's how I feel literally within the minute of getting dressed. Some nights it's like, I know this guy's gonna be there. And I want him to suffer when he looks at me. So I need to wear the best thing in the world. Rhonda and nightlife in general gives you the opportunity to do that. You can't really do that at work, can you?
I get my inspiration from a vintage erotica. I love anything sci-fi and kitschy. So that's my main inspiration. I love old magazines, books, and old porn.
Rhonda is
Red.
Rouge, purple, hard lilac. She's such a strong woman that I feel like she has that core of softness, but she's built such a tough, beautiful shell.
I don't know what the future holds for Rhonda. I think as long as we can make people feel themselves fully, then we're happy with whatever it is.
Fashion is fantasy. When you wake up in the morning, through fashion, you get to choose who you want to be that day. So for me, growing up in a small town in Louisiana, the idea of glamour was something that you only saw in glimpses. So to be able to create something to where I can instantly be in this world of glamour that really feels like dressing up is what I hope to offer to women, make them feel fabulous and amazing. The community here is one of the kindest, most supportive that I have ever met in my life. Everyone has your back. Everyone steps up and says, how can I help you? What can I do to make your line a success? And that's very unique for me, much more unique than anywhere I've ever lived. 90% of the designers this year are all from Nashville. It's such a professional, polished program that they make sure that the final outcome is beautiful. As a designer, that takes so much stress off your back because especially at the beginning, you're just focusing on your design and you don't know how to put it out into the world. So they've kind of honed in on this very special, polished platform that these small designers appreciate so much because we don't know business, most of us. We just know how to create. So to be able to have them facilitate and put that out, it made me feel amazing about my brand. And without it, there's no way that I would be where I am right now.